What's up, everyone? This is Dwayne with Growing Together Nursery, and I want to go ahead and fill you in on what's happening over here at the nursery. Appreciate y'all's thoughts and prayers. First and foremost, we are okay. We have all of our resources, power's on, so life is good. There are some bumps and bruises along the way, in which I will show you. I don't have too much time because I haven't. Past couple of days, I've been working like a madman, getting everything prepped up. But now it's time to bring everything back out. So here we go. But honestly, it could have been way worse. We were on the north side here in Orange City, on the north side of the storm, so it wasn't was bad. Granted, I wasn't outside for it, but from what I heard, it was very very strong, and the winds were whipping, man. But anyways, leaves will come back, the branches will, regrow. So it is one of those things. This is a tough time to be in a nursery game, because when all of your assets are sitting outside, it's very tough to be like, you're watching it just lessen in value. You know what I mean? Every leaf is another dollar. And in the end of the day, it's all of my time and all of my passion to be able to give the time for these trees. But this is what it is. I started it, and will I leave it? Absolutely not. For the moment, the passion's still real and it's in there. But anyways, enough with the chitter chatter. Let me show you around and see what we can do. So first and foremost, folks, I had to do some drastic cuts. Okay, this one here is the Maria Mango. No, the wind did not whip all this off. Yes, voluntarily cut. Yeah, I know. When we first got the forecast, it was supposed to be like 80 to 100 mile an hour winds here. So I went ahead and was like, well, I just planted the Maria Mango not too long. Yes, that is a... So here was my fears, y'all. And because I figured, what's the worst that happens? I would rather protect it and have nothing happen, or, hey, nothing happens, right? The only issue is I just did like a bunch of bamboo and some rope, some twine, some plastic to go ahead and make like a graft guard. Because that's the graft that I did, and I don't know. I mean, I figured with winds like that, could it break off? Well, I figured it was top heavy already, so if I trimmed off the top, it wouldn't go ahead and lean it over as much, or break it off the bottom. So I will go ahead and take this off now. I see that it did dig into the bark a little bit, but at least, hey, it's intact. It made it. I mean, I'm not recommending that. I'm not patenting this. Listen, I'm just saying maybe that's an option for brand new trees. And I didn't want to run it all the way up, because then this will be your weakest point here. You want it to be able to flex a little bit, but not right here. But Maria Mango is still good. She's a little embarrassed about the haircut, but all this will flush back out. If I need to, I can go ahead and take off some scions, but I want it to be able to fruit for next year. This tree here, we were expecting a lot more of the limbs to fall, but it didn't. Kind of stinks, but now I have to go ahead and take off some of the weight. That way it doesn't, because this tree right here is hollow in the inside. Over here, all the trees were put inside of the shed, so it wasn't that bad, but it's still a lot of work. Here's the other Maria Mango. Went ahead and put her up. Do have some backups. And as you'll see, some are still down on the ground. Okay, in here, what I did was I used the shade cloth up over the Barbados cherries. I figured if I can use this whenever I put it on the trailer, why not? You know, with type of winds like that. And it held off. Weighed it down over here. Actually, let me walk you around this way here. Try to do this quick, folks, because I got stuff to do. I've been like a zombie the past couple of days, just freaking running and gunning. Yep, she came tumbling down. Moringa, folks, tree of life. She's big. So the good thing is they will regrow. I just have to get some weight off. I got a chainsaw. Very easy, which you probably wouldn't even need. This wood is very soft. Even with like a little handsaw, you probably be able to work it through. Stand it right back up and watch it flush. Not a big deal. Kind of cool. If you want to come by and grab some of these to munch on or to dry them up, hit me up. And no, I did not want to show you a naked, however you want to say it, nursery. So I went ahead and Brought out some of my babies once again because they need the sun. And dang it, I was not going to go ahead and show you a bare one. They're still damaged and there's still debris all over the place. I got to clean up. But in here, I actually have some of the anti-lilies. I got to unwrap. There's still work here, folks. But easy does it. As long as they're protected and they're good, as long as the leaves are fine, everything will regrow. I took off all of the tarps, of course, just because I knew that it was going to be a rough one. All of these trees themselves stayed up. No damage. The bees are still in there. These bees are hanging in there. I'm surprised that they didn't split. They're in there working, and guess what? If they're working, we're working. So, all right, all of these trees, all my neighbors' trees stayed up, all back in there. So this is the one. Well, look at this. The shade house with 9 lives is still holding on. Things got blown around. Everything up on top is all stuff that I put out here, but yes, it's got 9 lives, lots of Spanish moss everywhere, but we will rebuild. This just goes up there, it just gets tic-tacked up there. Of course, this gets bent up, but more bamboo, zip tie action, get the weight off, get it going. What's with the tape? Well, is it a crime scene? No. Well, let me walk you around this way. Hang on. Not a crime scene, folks. I just want to make sure that everyone's safe. Unfortunately, I didn't see it till later. Well, my mom was the first one who saw it. Right. Oh, it's really holding on now. Now, Widowmaker is barely hanging on now. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me spin you around. But this branch right there, hang on, is, yep, right there. There's the break point right there. Hanging on by a thread. So that's what we call Widowmaker. You go underneath there, it falls on your head, and there goes you. I mean, that's not the biggest branch. I'll say it's maybe 5 inches round, maybe 6 from here. But again, it's gonna do some sort of damage. The good thing is, hey, that's new. That one just fell, so that's half of it. Once it does fall, boom, right in there, right in the pathway, not on the shade house, which is cool. So perfect. Still sucks, can't walk in there. I was actually over here picking up trees whenever it was brought to our attention. So, but what else? So, of course, we got all this. We got to uncover all the trees. But I'd say what this the shade cloth did help so far, and it was already beat up. So I'm like, why not? Let me toss it over the top. I just have to lift everything back up. Sugar apples were safe. Don't worry, folks. We got them here. And most of the avocados, mangoes, everything else looks good. Again, didn't take any punishment. They were all kept in a nice, secure place. So you want them, we got them. Fresh and green. I hate to say it. I know people lost a lot, lost everything. Some people lost it all. I get it. I understand. But we're Floridians, and what do? We rebuild. You know? But this is the game, folks. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are waking up to way worse than this. This is child's play, considering that we were on the north side of it. We didn't get much. This is as expected. What did I do before? Well, first and foremost, I got to walk all the way around now. But let me show you in here. What did I do before? I did a lot of prep work by clearing out a lot of this stuff, getting the weight off of, well, Mexicans are always going to fall like that. Actually forgot about picking these persimmons, and lo and behold, they all held up pretty good. The whole tree was down. It was flopped up over there on the ground, to be honest with you, but there's no breaks in it. She's strong. I just put her right back up and still holding the fruit. So come back and grab that later. A couple of pigeon peas that split, which, all right. So here's what I did to my bananas. That way they wouldn't topple over. I just went ahead and did a bunch of hard cuts. Hard prunes, I did not want to do it, but I'd rather cut them and watch it regrow than lose the whole entire bunch. All of my trees, what I've noticed is they're all leaning down to the south. All of them are pushed down south. I don't know, let me know how your trees are bent and leaning, but over here, that's the way everything seems. Yeah, even the little seedlings all got pushed over, which I'll be staking them back up. Or some will just grow with the little gangster lean. But see that? Trimmed them all up. And by doing that, takes away a lot of that surface area. So they more than likely will hold. Now, I think the density also has something to do with it. You know, when you do grow in tight little areas like this, the wind does, you know, it gets kind of dispersed. Or, of course, bamboo, a bunch of bamboo would be way better than this, but I can't have that many clumps running around. Look at a little Kerry mango, or a Kerry star fruit held on. Look at that. Still leaning to the south. Everything is wind burned. All the roselle got kicked around, but the fruit's still holding, so we're fine on that. So again, nothing too big. Thank the Lord. Just pushed over trees. The tooks all went ahead and got the lean on there. The lacatan got a nice haircut. This one hurt. Another Mahoy here. I had to trim up, but again, I'd rather trim heavy and save the plant than leave it and have this whole thing bent over and you're starting from scratch. You know, it's going to look ugly for a while, but it will regrow. Here's a Valencia with that hard south lean on there. You see they're all just straight to the south, but I'll pick it back up and it'll be fine. Here's the ice cream over here, leaning south. Everything just, but again, could have been way worse. Things are still holding over here, nothing of great damage. All the passion fruit is still up. I thought that this whole entire trellis was going to be down, but it held up pretty good. I was even contemplating putting some trees in there just for added protection, but I was like, oh man, if that whole thing falls on it, then we got trapped trees inside, but maybe next time I will. But all these trees that you see standing up, they were all laying down. Everything here was down. But yesterday I came over here, and the first thing I did was start grabbing trees and lifting them back up so they can get a good drink, because it was still sprinkling a little bit. But no, thank the Lord we didn't have anything too crazy. Kerry star fruit got a little sunburn or a little windburn on this north side, even with the fence and all that over here. But that Puerto Rican plantain held up. This native banana, I didn't plant that one. That one's fine, but it still got the rescue cut. Everything else did okay. Harvest Moon that I just put in the ground did okay. Just has a little bit of a lean as well, but man, very impressed. All this in here still holding up. I went ahead and chopped off the top of the guacamole. That way she wouldn't totally lean out, but did okay. Again, I aggressively pruned a lot of this stuff. Peppers leaned all the way over. There's a bunch of fruit on there, but you just lean this stuff back, put a stake in there, tie it off to the fence, you know. Not much you can do. Not much you can do. I mean, if you prune Katuk, it grows right back as well. But yeah, that's my biggest problem here, folks, honestly, is this limb right now. Let me show you from this angle. Yeah, it's right there. You can see it. If I can zoom in. Yeah. But hopefully this wind will go ahead and knock it down. Maybe it's in a better position today, and I'll save a couple $100 by seeing if it'll just fall. Maybe even throw a line up there. Who knows? But the whole idea is to be safe here. As I ran in here, started picking up trees before we realized it, but glad it's almost there. Anyways, all of my mangoes in here are fine. They're all leaning to the south as well. But the system held up pretty good. Again, no, we're not. See that? This is center right here, and they're all leaned over, but it's fine. I'll just tie some lines, bring them back. All is well, folks. None of this fell down over here, which I would have figured. I didn't want to put too much inside of the greenhouse, if you will, just because thinking, hey, this from the top could fall down and break everything. Yes, I love the natural shade, but this is the downfall of gardening above the oaks, is that anything is liable to happen, and all these limbs, they got to come down at some point. So either you pay to have someone come over here and take them down, or you get Mother Nature to do it for free, but she's not going to tell you where she puts it. You know, the Sabara's got that lean on it. She's going east though. You know, I got to pull her back up, but yeah, just restake, y'all. That's all it is. Everything stands back up, and if your tree's got a little lean to them, that's all right. We still got blooms coming. It's Friday. We're blessed though. Listen, I'm over here talking, but we're okay. We still got ants. We got ants. Yep. But we're still going to keep growing, folks. I am going to go ahead and do my due diligence to get everything squared up. This one fell back over. The old Santalone. To open back up here shortly. I want to get things back in their proper place. That way we're not walking all around. But, oh, and the Sacha Inchi broke off as well. It's all right. We got work to do, folks. But the weather's nice. It's nice and cool. It's a good day to go outside. But yeah, come by and take a look if you got some time. Wheeling and dealing out here. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday will be open, normal hours, and see what we can do. Hopefully we'll be at the market this week. But, oh, the Connect 4s, mangoes, they're all leaning as well. Little seedlings. Got 2 right there that are definitely leaning. Yeah, all 4 got to be staked up, but we'll work it out. It's little things, folks, but we got family, we got health. All this stuff will regrow, you know. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. So God bless y'all. Have a great day, and help the local man out, man. You know what I mean? Not just me, anybody, man. Tree companies need you too. I know they're making their money as well, but listen, you know, you can go out there and give your loot to the big box store. You know, you vote with your dollars. But anyways, see y'all. We'll keep you posted on anything else. Y'all have a great day. Later, y'all.